Stop blaming your willpower. Right now, your brain is deliberately pulling the plug on your focus, and it's doing it to protect you. You aren't lazy. You're just trapped in a biological safety loop. If you've ever sat down to work, only to have your brain hit airplane mode within seconds, here is the dark psychology of why that happens, and the 3-second trick to switch it back on. Ever wonder why you can sit down ready to work, only for your brain to immediately hit airplane mode? It is not laziness or a character flaw. It is actually a survival mechanism where your brain is deliberately pulling the plug on your motivation. Most of us treat motivation like a fuel tank we need to fill before we start. But the truth is that motivation is a side effect of movement, not the cause of it. When you feel unmotivated, your brain is usually protecting you from boredom, discomfort, or effort that doesn't feel immediately rewarding. Your brain's primary job is not to help you achieve long-term goals, but to conserve energy and avoid pain right now. When your brain senses a task that looks unclear, overwhelming, or unrewarding, it quietly sabotages your focus out of efficiency, not spite. This is why telling yourself to just push through rarely works. You are arguing with a biological system that has millions of years of practice in avoiding unnecessary suffering. Your brain hears push through and translates it to pain, so it resists even harder, sending you toward a snack, a scroll, or a distraction. Another major reason for this sabotage is the use of vague goals like be productive or get my life together. These aren't instructions to your brain. They are pressures that create avoidance because the brain would rather do something small and clear than something important but undefined. The secret to stopping this sabotage is to stop treating motivation like a missing personality trait and start treating it like a response to specific conditions. The goal is no longer to feel motivated, but to act in ways that make motivation possible by shrinking the task until it feels almost silly. If the task is to work for an hour, make it work for 2 minutes. If the task is to clean the house, make it pick up 3 items. Your brain does not resist effort itself. It resists uncertainty and overwhelm. When a task is tiny and clearly defined, your brain relaxes, and once it relaxes, it becomes much more willing to continue the process. You must also learn to separate starting from finishing. Most people believe motivation is needed to complete a task, but it is actually only needed to start, and even then, only barely. Tell yourself you aren't finishing anything. You are just opening the document or just putting on your shoes. This removes the trapped feeling your brain hates. Additionally, you should stop relying on how you feel and start relying on rules, because feelings change constantly, while rules like start at the same time every day remove the need for the brain to make a difficult decision. Finally, be careful with your self-talk. When you say, "I have no motivation," your brain hears a permanent identity. But saying, "Motivation is low today," keeps the problem temporary and manageable. Environment also matters more than most admit. A cluttered space with too many choices drains your limited attention. By simplifying your space and clearing just one surface or closing one tab, you remove the friction that causes your brain to quit. When you stop demanding motivation and start designing the conditions for it, progress stops feeling like a struggle and starts feeling like a process you actually understand.